The Stoic Compass Radio Show, a clear path through a noisy world.
Welcome back to the Stoic Compass. I'm Jim.
And I'm Ellie. Today we're exploring how Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor, philosopher, and one of history's most powerful men, structured his daily life around Stoic principles.
Not just what he believed, but how he actually lived it, morning to night.
Exactly. And what's remarkable is how applicable his routines remain nearly 2,000 years later.
So where does the Stoic day begin?
With the morning, but not passively. Marcus called it embracing the dawn. He chose purpose over comfort before his feet hit the floor.
No snooze button for the Emperor of Rome.
None. But it wasn't about discipline for discipline's sake. He practiced PROSOCHÄ, mindfulness, before the day's demands arrived. Meditation and reflection came first.
Creating mental space before the chaos floods in. For us, that means before the notifications, the emails, the social media scroll.
Precisely. Even 5 minutes of quiet reflection can anchor your day. It's an act of aligning your thoughts with your principles before external forces have a chance to derail you.
Okay, morning ritual established. But Marcus wasn't meditating in a monastery, he ran an empire. How did he handle the difficult people, the political conflicts?
Through PREMEDITATIO MALORUM, negative visualization. He prepared himself mentally for adversity before it arrived.
That sounds like it could spiral into anxiety pretty quickly.
It would if done wrong. But Marcus wasn't catastrophizing, he was inoculating. By realistically anticipating challenges, he could respond with patience rather than react with frustration.
Preparation, not paranoia. You're not dwelling on worst cases, you're building response capacity.
Exactly. And he actively guarded against what he called becoming Caesarified, corrupted by power, losing sight of his humanity.
That's a real risk for anyone with authority. Not just emperors, managers, parents, anyone in a position of influence.
The antidote is humility, surrounding yourself with people who give honest feedback. Remembering that position doesn't equal virtue.
So we've covered morning intention and daytime resilience. What about the evening?
This is where Marcus practiced memento mori, remembering death. Not morbidly, but as a lens for clarity.
Heavy topic for bedtime.
It sounds that way, but the purpose is perspective. When you recognize the finitude of life, you stop sweating trivial conflicts. You focus on what actually matters.
It's clarifying, not depressing. A filter for priorities.
Right. And alongside that, he practiced rigorous self-examination. Reviewing the day's actions. Where did I act with virtue? Where did I fall short? What could I do differently?
So it's a complete loop. Morning intention, daily action, evening reflection, then reset.
A continuous feedback system for character development. And he balanced all of this with physical exercise, time in nature, and deep engagement with Stoic texts. Epictetus, Zeno, Chrysippus.
Not passive relaxation, but active restoration.
Exactly. The body and mind working together. And those texts served as constant guidance. Tools for self-improvement, not just intellectual exercise.
For listeners wanting to dive into those sources, where should they start?
The classics: Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, Epictetus's Enchiridion and Discourses, Seneca's Letters from a Stoic. Find reliable translations. There's a lot of noise out there, so stick with established scholars.
Let's get practical. How do we actually implement these principles when modern life looks nothing like ancient Rome?
Start with the morning. Can you carve out 5 minutes before you check your phone, before the world has a claim on your attention?
That's the embracing the dawn equivalent. And for negative visualization?
Ask yourself, what obstacles might I face today? Not to worry about them, but to prepare your responses. When that difficult conversation comes, you've already rehearsed staying grounded.
And memento mori, how do we use that without it becoming morbid?
Frame it as a question. If this were my last week, would I spend energy on this argument? This grudge? It clarifies what deserves your attention.
The Stoic practices also seem relevant to our current moment. Polarization, outrage cycles, constant conflict.
Absolutely. Emotional regulation, focusing on what you control, your own words and actions, seeking common ground through reasoned discourse. These aren't ancient relics. They're survival skills.
The core thread through all of this seems to be virtue. Excellence of character.
That's the foundation, responding to every situation with integrity. Not perfection, Marcus wasn't perfect, but consistent effort toward virtue.
A life of virtue through conscious daily practice. That's the model he left us.
And it's attainable, not easy, but possible for any of us.
Thanks for exploring Marcus Aurelius's daily routine with us. If this resonated, subscribe so you don't miss future episodes.
Until next time, keep striving for virtue. Now is always a good time.
The Stoic Compass radio show is made possible by voxcrea.ai, where ideas come to life.